Hello, this is Evan. Well, I'm making this video to tell you guys about some dreams I have. I don't usually like to talk about stuff like that because usually when you're telling people about your dreams, like, oh, yeah, and stuff like that. So I don't usually like to talk about my dreams. So I much rather keep them to myself, but I guess the Lord is giving them to me for a reason, so I cannot keep them to myself. I must share. The reason I want to share just it's not just to talk about it, but to warn you guys, anyone that's out there that don't know about Jesus, to please turn to Jesus because it's it's almost time is almost running out. I know it's like a cliche because everybody said, but trust me, it's the truth, okay? Anyhow, well, I've been having dreams since last year of, well, since last year. But it wasn't so much so till this year, beginning August the 9th. I've been having dreams. And one of those dreams that I had, I dreamed that I was at work and I was taking care of a patient, and I left. And I was, for some reason, I was rushing home. I was rushing to get home. Then when I got home, I was in the kitchen talking to my father, and we were talking and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, the wall to the kitchen just disappeared. There was no wall anymore. And I was like, what's going on? And then I hear all the commotion, like all the noise and stuff like that. And I hear the sound of, like, boo, like that. When I look up, it was all the cloud just that was just gathering together. I mean, moving so violently. It was scary, but at the same time, it's beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I was just saying that like that. And all of a sudden, I see the people just cutting up in the cloud. It's just going up, going up, going up. It was so beautiful. And I was like, oh Jesus, am I ready to go? I was just saying that in my heart. I was like, oh Jesus, I know you were coming, but I didn't know it was so soon. And I was just saying that before I even finished the thought, I was cut up too in the clouds with the angels and there was like the people. And then the angels took us to this place. But before I got to the place, I look up, and those big skyscraper, however they call that, those tall buildings. I saw Jesus, and he was standing with this big angel, and I think it was Gabriel. I don't know, this is my assumption. And he was talking to the angel and pointing his finger like that at the angel, telling the angel what to do. And then we were still floating in a cloud, and the angels brought us to this place. And I was like, oh man, this is why Jesus didn't come anytime sooner. It's because he had to gather all this stuff to prepare for us. But we weren't yet in heaven. And it was like a whole bunch of, it's almost like a train, almost like, those container, they have all the stuff, whatever, in the train and stuff like that. And we were all in there. And it was people from every nation, children, man, woman, and it was like so beautiful and amazing at the same time. Everybody was like, oh man, it's finally happened, it's finally happened. And all of us was whispering to each other, saying, oh, can you believe it, can you believe it? And then right after that, this man came. the one of my angels, almost like an angel with, they'll assign an angel for each person. And the angel that was assigned to me had kind of left, and this guy came up and he told me, "Do you remember me?" I said, "No, I don't remember you." He said, "Oh, I'm one of the actors that used to be on TV, but God resurrected me." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you." And right after I said that, and he left, and the angel that was assigned to me, he came and said, "Don't you ever let anyone deceive you. The devil will try to get to you until you reach up there in heaven." And when he pointed his finger, I could see in the sky a whole bunch of circles. It was like orange, red, and it was like tube mostly. It was like a tube, and it's just there whenever the time was right. I don't know, after the tribulation or whatever that means, but that's where, we just want to go up and he just point his fingers. I don't know exactly what that means. Anyhow, when I turn around, I see the sea just rise so high. It was so high, almost as tall as the building that I see Jesus standing on. And then all of a sudden, every fish that was in the sea was just falling all around us. Everything that wasn't suitable to eat was falling all around us. And I could see this big fish. I thought that was, well, at first I thought it was an octopus. But when I looked, like from waist up, it looked like a woman. And waist down, it looked like an octopus. I thought that was strange. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it was falling. And I thought it was going to fall on us. But once they fall, just fall around us. It's almost like we were so protected, even the fish couldn't touch us. And some of it that was suitable fell inside a container. The one that wasn't suitable just fell around us, and the sea just rose so high. I don't know if that have anything to like um, I think it's Luke. I can't remember exactly when Jesus was talking about the fishermen, saying the coming of Christ will be like a fisherman. When he catch a fish, if the fish is good, he'll keep it. If it's not, he'll throw it back in the sea. I don't know if that's exactly what it means. And anyway, but in the dream it was so sad because not everybody got to go. Not everybody got to go. Only people that was ready that got to go. So that's the reason I decided to make this video, not exactly to tell you the dream, but to tell you guys as a warning. Jesus is on his way. Just like it was 3 days ago, I had this dream that I was at laundromat talking to my husband, and all of a sudden I was carried away to this big field. Now the grass was so beautiful, I decided to lie down on the grass, and I hear this growing sound. When I look up, it was this big, huge bird, almost looked like an eagle. When I look up, and it had this sign on its wings, "Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming." All of a sudden, I look to my left. I see this huge, dark, like a man shape, just falling off out of the sky, falling from the sky. And all of a sudden, just like chaos everywhere, people running, people screaming, and stuff like that. I mean, people, just be ready. If you don't know Jesus, ask him to come into your life. No sin is too big for God to forgive. And don't think that you say, "Oh, I'm too deep into the sin. It's over my head." No, there's nothing impossible to Jesus. You come to him and he will save you. He didn't shed his blood in vain. He shed his blood for you and me. Don't think he saved me, he won't save you. I once was a sinner just like you. Okay? He will do the same for you as he did for me. So ask him to give you a new heart. Say, "Jesus, come to him, come to my heart, save me." And don't just say with your mouth, mean it. You just mean it. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Just ask him to whatever that's too much for you. Ask him to take it away and change you into his creation and his likeness. Jesus bless you, and I love you.